just like most of you, if not all of you, I'm a big kid. We are all big kids. We have this addiction, and look at this, it's Christmas in October. Just to clear the air, I got a block that's rated up to 800 horsepower. My end goal for this car is to have 850 horsepower Subaru. Now realistically, I think I'll have about a 650 horsepower Subaru safely by the time I get a turbo, injectors, and maybe some more fuel upgrades. So that's down the road. I don't have that much money to go into it that hard, but this car should be plus or minus 400 horsepower on ethanol. So that is the goal for it right now, and I'm gonna have a super strong, reliable Subaru that rips around pretty hard. So giving me a couple months, I'm gonna save up and we're gonna go crazy with the turbo and make some crazy power numbers for this Subaru. But in the meantime, this is the build I'm doing. All of these parts are not necessary, but I will have them separated as of what's necessary if you're going to be rebuilding a Subaru engine, which is why you might be watching these videos and wondering how much it's going to cost you, how much time and such. So I want to say thanks to Delicious Tuning for sending out a flex fuel kit, and Good Speed Performance for helping me do all this install. That will be in some future videos, but that are the only two things missing from this video, are those two companies. You'll see everything after this, and also karmaspeed.com. I have the new Originals Karma shirt, got the black one on the front, and then I also have a limited red one below. And yeah, so go check it out if you like this content. If you like the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you went to karmaspeed.com. But I hope that clears the air. Now let's check out all the engine parts. This is a big kid Christmas right here is what I'm talking about. Who needs Christmas at the end of the year? It's right now in October. So holy moly, look at all this below. If it wasn't for all these companies believing in the channel, believing in me, to pass the word on to you guys, to build confidence in the garage, to build confidence with building engines, to understand and have it completely simplified. So if you guys have any sort of situation like I did, you know exactly what to do. So shout out to all the companies below. We're going to go through each individual part here in a sec, but I just want to thank them, and also thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, because none of this would be possible. We wouldn't know what we're doing here. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing here. So it's awesome. So I'm excited to get into it, but man, this is an exciting time on the channel. I did not think I'd ever have a Subaru engine build like this, but let's dive right into it. Out front, Motorsports closed decked block. This thing was machined and closed decked by them and cleaned. And what's not to love about this look? It's completely clean. So closed decking means all of the light spots that you see is where they added the closed deck. It was an open deck before, so all these areas that you see were open, which are spots of weakness, like right here, right here, right here, you know, right here, right here. When you put a bunch of boost in the engine, something's going to break. But now, since it's closed deck, it's reinforced. The motor runs a little hotter, I've been told. But now we can do a ton more boost and get that horsepower way, way up. So they also machined it, bored it out a little bit for the pistons, which I'll show you next. And oh, let's talk about the head studs next. But thank you, Outfront Motorsports. They left their stamp right here and cleaned the whole block. You can see the EJ25 logo. We have some beautiful CP pistons. These are the 99.75 millimeter high performance pistons inside here. I did already open this with Cody because they had to send it off to out front to get the block machined properly with these pistons, but this is what they look like. These are some super strong forged pistons. Now this is the weakest spot on the EJ motor, and this is what broke on my EJ motor and caused this whole catastrophe. But these things are as strong as it gets, and we shouldn't have this issue anymore. This kit also comes with piston rings, but we left that with Cody when we took the motor apart because you didn't want to lose them. So those rings would also be in this package.
Yeah, see, like this bearing, you can see a couple spots. These little pin marks there. Those are from detonation. Knock. Oh, we had a bunch. What is that? That's 4.
That's the bad one.
That's where your oil is mostly going.
Manly Performance Sport Compact connecting rods. We go inside the box. They leave a nice note for us, and that note has our part number, our total weight of 552 grams. The big end has 391, and the pin end has 161. Now on each of these connecting rods, they did mark for us how much they weigh, 161.2 grams, I believe it's measured in. Beautiful rod with Manny's logo on it. Super nice. All 4 of these. I don't want to open the package, but this is the Outfront Motorsports ARP head studs, 1/2 inch. These are the big dogs. These can hold a lot of power, and these are what hold the heads onto the block. So it's important that we have some big ones so we don't lift the head under a lot of boost. We'll get more into these and how they go on and what they look like when they're on when we assemble the motor here very soon. ACL Performance engine bearings. These are the race series. So you can see this is at the base of the rods. I believe we'll find out how that works, but the oil runs through these, and it's not like a skateboard bearing or anything. Engine bearings are totally different. Because when you hear bearing, the first thing I think of is a skateboard bearing. These are the bigger ones. Actually, I think these are the ones that go, I don't know. Cody's gonna teach us when we assemble the motor. But thank you ACL for sending these out. And then we have a performance oil pump, race series as well, for the Subaru engine. Let's check it out. You definitely need a new oil pump every time because you might have some oil in yours. You might have some metal in yours from when your engine blew up or just because it has a lot of miles. This is what it looks like. Nothing special, just a good oil pump. Here's a small package. I wouldn't have known about something like this unless it wasn't for the guys at Good Speed Performance in Scottsdale. So if you guys have a Subaru engine, you're in the Phoenix Valley, you want to get your car worked on, you want to get some mods, please hit up Good Speed Performance. But they showed me this awesome Cartboy short shifter, and this is a legit short shifter. This ain't no adapter. This goes straight into the transmission like this. This is the bottom right here that goes in the transmission. This is where your shift knob goes on. So this is gonna be, I heard this is really notchy, like a bolt action rifle. So I'm really excited to see how this works. Thank you Cartboy for sending this out. Excited to try it. We got some bushings. We got a deal to mount it. We have some sick stickers. Link in the description for everything in this video. Advanced clutch. We have a street light flywheel. Super duper nice flywheel. But they added one little thing for me. Karma branding on all of the clutch components. So rad. Advanced clutch is a move for all your clutch needs. Appreciate them out there, but let's check out their second package. Throwout bearing, release bearing, aka. First of many boxes from Perrin. Here we have a Perrin overflow coolant tank. This isn't necessary to an engine build. This is part of my build of making a really rad setup. This is gonna look really nice under the hood. Comes with the hose, fittings we need and such. Next up we have the pitch top. Very nice piece. Here we have an inlet, 2.4 inch. I love all the parent hoses because they have branding on them still. Super nice piece. We got all our fittings and everything you need, hose clamps, etc. Next up is the parent engine mount kit, which is new. These are super nice. I already took one out. Look at the build on this thing. A nice bushing there, that's pretty hard rubber. I hear it does add some vibration, but nothing crazy, and it goes away around 10,000 miles or so. I had some really rough engine mounts on my Mazda Speed 3 when I had it, and it went away. People were stressing about it, but I thought it was totally worth it. I really enjoy feeling the car as much as I can, and the engine mounts take that to a whole nother level. Here we have a lightweight crank pulley, or lightened, they say. Super nice piece to make the engine look even cleaner as well. Heat shield for the turbo. For a heat shield, this thing is very pretty. Ooh, nice. Parent didn't tell me that they sent me this. This is a windshield washer tank. Look how nice this is. This will last me forever, which is how long I plan on keeping this car. Forever. So this is a good addition. Nice welds, nice black and clean. Thank you so much, guys. Here we have a cold air intake. Black to match with a beautiful air filter with the parent branding on it. Got some nice piping with our mouth sensor port. Got the branding on there, of course. All ties together. We have a little coupler. You already know. Time for the big boxes. In this one, we have our boost tubes. We got all of our couplers here. We got all of our piping in one piece. I don't want to take all this apart because it's easy to travel with. So I'm gonna leave this in the packaging. We'll dive more into how intercooler piping looks across the top of the motor and such when we get to installing it. But it doesn't get any nicer than this kit. It's all put together for you. It's all black. Everything's gonna match on this motor. I'm really excited. And of course, with the boost tube kit, you get all of your clamps. We have a flange for the valve and a couple T's and some washers. I gotta be careful with this piece. Here we have the parent front mount intercooler, and it is huge. See the parent up close. We got the branding. We got the plates on the back for mounting. This kit also comes with two different stencils. One's a little bigger than the other. This is a smaller one. I have a very important box. This is a couple days later filming this, last minute. This here is a 2015 plus WRX HKS JDM spec oil cooler that we're going to be test fitting on my STi for this whole build process. They have a branch here in USA. They work with Good Speed Performance a lot in Scottsdale, and they asked Joe there if they had a good candidate to try this out on a 2015 plus model. So Joe reached out to me, so thank you so much, Joe, for always looking out. I'm really excited to try this out. So we're gonna try this and test fit it on the car once we get there, and then report to them if it fits well, if it fits, you know, might need to change some things. We're worried about the intercooler piping hitting it because it does have a pretty cool air scoop, and you do put some sort of vent through the fog bezel. So it's definitely something unique and something I'm very excited about to try. So we'll be finding that out, but today I'm gonna be unboxing this. The guys there were a little hesitant on letting me have this box to unbox it without them because they wanted to be there, so I will be putting this back together to give to them. So let's just take a look at a very rare box. I mean very rare part for now. Right on the top, we have an HKS oil filter. Never seen one of these before. Pretty cool. Some sort of padding right there. This is what goes on the motor to put our oil filter on. And these are the lines to go to the oil cooler. Not sure what kind of hose this is. I'll have to find out from Cody. We've got our mounting hardware right there. This is one of the air scoops that goes in the fog bezel. Japanese writing. Oh hey, we got some English in here. Okay, so there you can kind of see what it looks like in there. So that's where the tire is. That's the fender well, and then right side the fender well is the oil cooler that's leaned, you know, upright, so air goes straight into it. You can see the diagram. That's where the oil filter goes, and those are the headers that you're looking at, and then it goes up to the oil cooler right there. Ooh. Here's the core. That's nice. More Japanese writing. And taped inside of here are lines with the purple. And then part of the intake scoop portion. And it says HKS genuine parts. That's everything. It's insane. Now we're off to assembling the motor in the next video, so hit that subscribe button if you are new here. I'd really appreciate it. We're going to be documenting the whole process. You're going to learn everything you can about doing this and building confidence with your knowledge, because you might not be able to do this like me. This is pretty in-depth, but I mean, if you got the courage and you got the time and you want to look it up and learn from videos, there are tons of other videos out there that can teach you how to build one of these blocks, but I'm going to leave it over to Cody to teach me for my first time, and hopefully I can work up to that one day. So thanks guys for stopping by. I will see you in the next one where we start assembling the motor.